and the Sadr e Riyasat will be elected by the state legislative assembly. He will be elected by state assembly. It is not to be nominated by the union parliament or union government. It is not to be nominated. So Sadr e Riyasat is the name of the governor, and similarly the chief minister will be known as Wazir e Azam. Wazir e Azam, and roughly it can be termed as the Prime Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. So Chief Minister will be known as Wazir e Azam, Governor will be known as Sadr e Riyasat. So that is how we are given the special titles for them. And also it is also said that, the another point, a sixth point I would like to add here is that the fundamental rights enshrined in the Constitution, Sheikh Abdullah insisted that these fundamental rights should be part of the state constitution. Or there was a debate which is going on, and they agreed. See, Jammu and Kashmir agreed to extend the fundamental rights. Fundamental rights will be extended, but part of the state constitution. So this is another change. So fundamental rights are not part of the union. So part of it will be, so these things have completely changed subsequently, but part of the state constitution. And jurisdiction of the Supreme Court jurisdiction will be extended, but only to the extent of appellate jurisdiction. Only to the extent of appellate jurisdiction. The jurisdiction of Supreme Court will be extended, but only to the extent of appellate jurisdiction. And also it was agreed that Article 352, national emergency, can be extended, but only for war or external aggression. Can be extended, but only for war or external aggression. It is not for internal disturbance. Please note, not for internal disturbance. See, just for your understanding, please remember, there can be national emergency for three reasons in India: war, external aggression, or internal disturbance at that time. Now it is internal armed rebellion now, but earlier in the original constitution it was written as internal disturbance. So now in case of internal disturbance, national emergency cannot be extended to Jammu and Kashmir, and it can be only for war or external aggression. Number 9, both sides agreed that Article 356 and Article 360. 356 is related to state emergency, and Article 360 is financial emergency. It will not be extended, not extended to Jammu and Kashmir. It was agreed that Article 356 and Article 360 will not be extended to Jammu and Kashmir. So there is a great relief. So there were many such provisions. Now the election commission will be extended, but subsequently that was agreed. So the extension of EC was there, or CAG, sorry, extension of CAG. So many of these constitutional bodies, it was agreed. So but the bottom line here is they were given so much of autonomy, because originally the autonomy was so wide, but by 1952 agreement autonomy got narrowed. Subsequently, even there was an agreement with Jammu and Kashmir in 1975. A 1975 agreement was there, further diluted. See, now the situation we can say that because of the subsequent agreements between Government of India and Jammu and Kashmir government, this autonomy got diluted, further diluted. And just before Article 370 was finally abrogated by the Modi government, Prime Minister Modi government in 2019, almost entirely the autonomy was already not there. Hardly any autonomy was left other than some of these citizenship rights and resident status and all. Very few things were there left with Jammu and Kashmir. Otherwise almost entirely it was withdrawn. But now everything is gone. Now it is not even a state. Article 370 has been withdrawn. and no negotiation, no discussion, no democracy. It has been declared as a union territory also. Now things are totally different. So, but otherwise, according to the New Delhi agreement, still even after New Delhi agreement, there were a lot of autonomy. Before New Delhi agreement, it was the widest of the widest of the autonomy was there before 1952 New Delhi agreement. With New Delhi agreement, so many provisions were diluted, but still we can say that it was still autonomous. But subsequently, it is kept on diluting, and the final nail in the coffin was in 2019 when Article 370 was taken away, all autonomous powers taken away. Even it is not been declared, the state is bifurcated. State is bifurcated, it has been declared as a two different union territories. That is the ultimate, in violation of all autonomy, we can say. And that is how Jammu and Kashmir is placed today. It is quite sad that we are doing everything in the name of democracy, we are doing in an autocratic way. No discussion with the people, stakeholders are not involved, and the union, even in parliament there is no discussion. Overnight this was passed, and opposition was hook-winded, and if you oppose or if you even ask for a discussion, they will be treated as an anti-national element. Even opposition had no choice, all of them agreed, and it's a murder of democracy in the name of democracy in our parliament, which has taken place in 2019. We have to say it. See, we have to call a spade a spade. If it is wrong, it is wrong. You cannot keep justifying it, whatever be the reason. It should have been democratically done. There should have been discussion with the people of Jammu and Kashmir. The leaders, whatever be the shortcomings of the leaders of Jammu and Kashmir right now, we have to deal with those leaders. Or unless otherwise a new leadership emerges. But as long as they have only whatever the leader, whether it is Omar Abdullah, whether it is Mehbooba Mufti, or any of the leaders who are there, we have to deal with them and we have to talk. And democracy has no other choice. We have to talk with the existing leadership and find a solution. But unfortunately, what has happened there and many people and across India, maybe because of lack of understanding of constitution and everything, everybody is celebrating and saying that it has been a big job, good job. What is a good job here? I mean, you do an autocratic job, you destroy and you destroy the faith of the people in the system. People of Jammu and Kashmir are equal citizens of India. They have every right to have their democratic choice. They have negotiated their special rights when they joined Indian Union, and you cannot unilaterally take away after 70 years only because you don't like it. So it's very sad that is situation. So that is how New Delhi agreement was there. New Delhi agreement was the first major instance of dilution of the autonomy promised in the instrument of accession. That's the point I would like to make. And you will be hearing a lot about Jammu and Kashmir autonomy and all in the subsequent days also, in discussions also, in the newspapers, everywhere. But this is what is the correct picture as of today.